Hello out there. Greetings wherever you are in our world. My name is Uche, and this forum is called Cross-Cultural Experiences. And now this is where I have a guest from any part of this world, irrespective of religion, irrespective of any other factor. The only thing is that you have left your own cultural origin and then you've moved to another place and you gained some experience and you just want to share that experience for people's enlightenment. The whole idea being that if you go to another place, I think you are morally bound to behave the way they behave. Now, when you go back to your kingdom, you can be the king. All right. So today I have a guest all the way from Nigeria. His name is Chris. Chris, you're welcome.
Thank you, Uche.
Right. Can you briefly introduce yourself and then we'll go on to your experience. By the way, you're well dressed. This is a Nigerian thing with the cap, which you can send me after some time. I wouldn't mind. But go ahead.
It will be too expensive for you to have it, I tell you.
Okay, no problem.
Anyway,
introduce yourself.
Because that's a part of us here. And my name is Chris ONUOHA. I am, if I may use the word, multi-talented person. I am a journalist. I am an artist. I'm a creative person. In fact, let me just put it this way. I do creative things, you know.
That's wonderful.
But currently, I'm a practicing journalist in Nigeria.
All right. What else do you do?
I talk.
And you talk for a living?
I talk for a living and I write.
Okay, that's wonderful. I mean, people talk I mean, hey, we have talk shows all over the world. And that's what people talk shows. They talk for a living and they get paid for it. Okay, now let's go to your experience. What did you talk yourself into?
Well, just like you did mention, the program, quite all right, is cross-cultural experiences. And of course, you know, as a talker, you always run into problem by talking, especially when it comes to other people's culture and experiences and things like that. Anyway, I have numerous experiences for the places I have traveled to. I have been to Ghana. I have been to Togo and Benin Republic. That is talking about West African countries.
Okay.
I've also been to East Africa, Nairobi precisely, and I've been to Uganda, Kampala precisely. And I've also traveled to South Korea, that is the Asian countries. Made a stopover at Singapore and the rest of them. I didn't say much, but where I spend much time is in Korea. But all these areas I've been to has their peculiar experiences. And this boils down to, of course, when you are leaving your country, if you're not well informed, definitely you're going to get a cultural shock of anywhere you've been.
Precisely.
But some, because you are aware of it, you would want to experience it, you know, as it comes. And if you're not aware of it, it will shock you. My first experience to start with is my visit to Kenya. Because of the time frame, I'm going to shorten it to probably 3 experiences. If you're with me.
Yeah.
In Kenya, it's an African country, quite all right. Black, dark-skinned people like us. Before I left the country, the feelings or the notions I have is that I am going to another African country. But what really shocked me was that by getting to Nairobi, I saw a different culture entirely. The different way of doing things, different social life. I didn't want to be told. I really want to experience it.
Okay.
You know, naturally, what I do know was that Francophone countries like drinking. But it surprises me and it shocks me that in Kenya, being an English-speaking country, they bear the same resemblance of a social life with the Franco countries.
Oh.
And in Nairobi, you see a lot of people from Zaire, Congo Republic, Zaire. You can see South Africans. You can even see the whites tourists who have come around, and all behaves alike in terms of social life. What am I talking about?
Go
Drinking
ahead.
style.
I'm all ears. I'm all ears.
I am coming from Nigeria. For us to, we drink, oh, but we don't drink like Kenyans for real. Let me talk like a real Nigeria man now.
All
The
right.
thing is, here we hang out, we drink, we do our thing our own way. But when I get to Kenya, it's a different ball game. That is where I noticed that as soon as it gets to I think four, how do they call it? Is there 4:30 to 5? That's the closing hour of the time.
Right.
Everybody rushes to clubhouse, bar, and other things. So when I noticed this, I said, why is everybody going? Are they not going home? They said, no, that is the style here. That as soon as you finish from work, you must end it at bar and drink till 7 o'clock before you get home. I say, is that a culture? My friend told me they can't do without it. I said, don't they get drunk? They said, drunk for where? I said, how? In Nigeria, you take 2 bottles, you see people fall. But here, people can drink. If you have not taken up to 6 bottles, you've not started drinking. That's one
Oh.
of the cultural shock I have about Kenyans. I never know about that. But that's one experience. But of course, I didn't fall for it too. I don't drink like them.
Okay, okay, but there must be something behind the drinking. Is it a matter of togetherness? Go socialize with your friends, work, socialize, and then go home. Maybe that's what was happening.
Yeah, I see it that way. It's
Yeah,
not that it's a kind of culture that anybody can go to to bar and drink after work. You know, it's all encompassing, like what you've said.
yeah,
That is a meeting place for social life. Doing some other things, reaching out to friends, and discussing some issues of the day against the following day. But
okay,
beside that, it's really shocking that everybody does that, including women. In Nigeria, you
yeah,
hardly see women leave their workplace to a bar. As soon as time for work closes, they go home to attend to their family. But that country called Nairobi, Kenya, Nairobi,
yeah,
be it young, old folks, they all
yeah.
have their bars. There is bars for old folks, there
You're
are
right.
bars for young folks, there are bars for corporate people. Everybody
Yes.
goes to, and and it cuts across men, women, boys, girls. I said, now wow,
All right. Okay.
Nigeria
Well,
don't feel like that.
well,
You know,
that's the way they lead, and I'm sure if a Kenyan were to go to Nigeria, the Kenyan will be shocked. Why these people don't just go home from work? Can they go
of
to
course,
some bar
yes,
and
it
drink
did
and
happen. It did
socialize?
happen. Yeah, it did happen. Like one of my friends said, Nigerians don't know how to enjoy. Nigerians are all about making money, 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 money. They don't know how to enjoy. I said, how do you mean? He said they can't even spend time to go to club and lazy and feel free and enjoy themselves. Every day they're making
Okay.
money. Where are
All
they
right.
going with this? But you see, the truth about it is that it is true that the fellow said you don't have to spend all your life walking from work to home, home to work, work to home. You
Right.
need to find the time out to relax for leisure. It helps longevity. That's one
Yeah.
thing I figured out about Kenyan experience.
Yeah.
Then
Maybe. Maybe.
another shocking experience is
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
another shocking experience I got in Kenya is greeting. This
Greetings.
one really shocked me. In Nigeria, there are more family values and moral values that we really appreciate so much, which is quite different from what I noticed in Kenya. And what is this I noticed? We visited a family friend, and under normal circumstances, if you go, there will always be hug, handshake, and how are you thing. But
Right.
this one, I got to the place, a little minor of about 4 years old came out to greet me, stretched his hand and say, hello, how are you? At first, I was shocked. I said, if it is in Nigeria, I will knock this young boy and tell him to respect me very well.
All
But this
right.
one, of course, it's a cultural shock. I don't have to start acting like a Nigerian.
Right.
At first, I cringed. I said, what's going on? I had to stretch my hand and I said, hello, how are you too? After some time, it all happened like that. Then I asked the fellow that took me to the family house, the friend's house. I said, "Is this how they behave here?" He said, "Yes. That there is no barrier between who greets who. Either you stretch your hand or the young lad stretches his hand." I said, if it is in Nigeria, they will tell this guy that he has committed an abomination for stretching hand for an elder to say, "Hello, how are you?" Not even saying, "Welcome, uncle." Oh, "Hello, how are you?"
Yeah, you know, so
It's not
Nigerians will
funny,
say
though.
the child lacks home training.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Naturally, what we do in Nigeria is that when you go to a place like that, the
Yeah,
little minors will come, rush you, say, "Hello, uncle." They will
yeah.
hug you. You pat them at the back or pat them on the
Uh-huh.
hand and say, "Good boy, good boy, good boy." But it's not like that over there. What I saw is just a young lad stretching his hand and say, "Hello, how are you?" As if he's my mate. I said,
So,
"If you do this in Lagos, I will knock you."
yeah, so what I'm getting is that the
Yeah.
greeting, the whole handshake ritual should be initiated by the elder in Nigeria. But
Exactly.
but in Kenya, anybody can just initiate it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Who
Oh,
who you meet first greets you. It doesn't really
oh,
matter whether it's
it
an
does.
elder or you.
All right.
That is the
Okay.
fact. But anyway, I don't see anything wrong with it. That's just a part of the life, you know.
Right. It's
But
just
it's
the
quite
way
a
of life.
wonderful experience I had in Nairobi, though. Then another experience I had was when I went to South Korea. South Korea is a wonderful country,
Yeah.
very beautiful, hospitable people, but they have strange cultures.
Yeah.
One
Well,
thing Koreans
hold
do
on,
not.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Strange from your perspective, huh?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
yeah, because obviously, when a country, when
Yeah.
a citizen of a country is light skinned, there's this expectation that they will behave in a more courteous way.
All right.
But in Korea, I may not use the word crude, but theirs is quite different. You start wondering, are these extended African country or what in terms of
Uh-huh.
social behavior,
All
that kind of
right.
a thing.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So a part of what I noticed is Koreans do not joke with food.
Say it
In fact,
again.
the Koreans do not joke with food. They
Uh-huh.
celebrate food the way we do celebrate ceremony here. Can celebrate
Oh,
anything. Yeah. One of the foods they celebrate is your special food called kimchi.
okay. Kimchi.
Kimchi is a leaf, is a herbal leaf, very medicinal, but every Korean cooks this meal like a food and it's being stored in an earthen pot. That food can stay in an earthen pot for a year,
One
probably
year.
because of your weather. Of course,
Right.
they have a special earthen pot dug on the ground. When you cook the kimchi and mix it, you put it in that pot and you
Yeah.
cover it.
Yes.
And it can stay for a year, even more than 2 years. It doesn't get bad. It's
Oh,
very is a very medicinal and fresh. It cures a lot of things. Korea, every of the food is like medicine.
all right.
You know, so when I visited a friend and he went. In fact, they celebrate it because if you come and they go to that pot and bring KG for you, it's a kind of respect and a mark of
Oh,
welcoming honor to a
okay. All
visitor.
right.
It's not like everyday food, rice, chicken, or something like that. But kimchi is the special food. In fact, that is what they use as cola. And there's another drink they have there made from, I think, a raffia palm or whatever they call it, soju, soju
Uh-huh.
drink.
Yeah.
It's like an alcohol, but very medicinal as well. So when they give you the kimchi, they give you the soju. I did not say no, whether you like it or not. That is where a Korean problem comes. Anytime you go visit a Korean man and he gives you food to eat, you must eat it whether you like it or not.
Eh?
Yes,
Okay. So
whether you like
it
it or not.
so it is disrespectful to say, oh, sorry, I don't eat this.
You can't say that to a Korean. In fact, you have disrespected the Korean for rejecting whatever he gives you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, whatever they give you, you must eat it. To them is an honor.
Yeah.
It's like an acceptance.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I recently traveled, I mean, within here in the US, And
Yeah.
a lady was just in front of me. She went to buy some whatever from McDonald's. And she asked me, please kindly, you know, you are not supposed to do it. But she said, oh, kindly help me look after my, you know. I said, okay, I'm not going to go to that place where you are, but I can keep an eye. So she came back with part of the food. And then she had bought something for me. I said, this is for you, for keeping an eye on this, on my. I said, no, I'm not hungry. You know what she told me? I will be angry if you reject this food.
Exactly what I mean.
Yes.
that is one particular culture Koreans keep people do not know. You do not reject anything from a Korean as far as he has offered you. Either you make haste not to make yourself available to before he now offers, but whatever he offers, you must take. You know, like here in Nigeria, you could reject anything. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't take, I'm this, I'm that. Or you visit a friend and he brings out food and he said, oh, I have eaten somewhere I cannot eat. For a Korean, you do not reject the food. And another funny thing about them is when they give you food, you must finish it. You must finish it. If you drop a little on the plate, it's another disrespect.
Oh, okay.
It's as good as licking the plate. That shows an appreciation.
Oh, okay. All right.
I did it. I studied a little bit of Korean Hangul. They call it kwamboso, kwamboso. So when I went to this house and the Sajan, that is the elder guy, gave us food, and I ate it like a Nigerian. Just this one now is rice, so it's not a suji. He gave us the food, and I ate it like a Nigerian, and I left just a little tiny thing on the plate.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did it. Probably because that's the way we are. Another guy who brought me there now taught me, said, please, you must finish that food.
Finish the food.
Don't let the old man know you left something there. I said, why? It is a mark of disrespect. That you should finish it. If you like, lick it. I was surprised. I said, and I had to finish. I had to comply. So by the time we now get out, he told me that that's Korean culture, that anytime you visit a Korean person, when they give you food, of course, they won't give you something you cannot finish.
Yes.
But you must not remain on the plate and you must not reject.
Okay. I think this is a very good place to wind up our discussion. I mean, it's wonderful going from Kenya, getting to know about the handshake ritual, and then going to Korea to discover that food is celebrated. And once you are offered, you have to finish it. Otherwise, it will be very disrespectful if you left something. Chris, I want to thank you very much for sharing your experiences. And if should we need to come back, then we can come back and explore all other things, all other places or experiences you have traveling out to other places. All right. Thank you very much again. And I wish you all the best. And don't forget to send me that dress. Maybe I should wear it next time. And the cap itself. If you send me the car you are in, that's fine. I won't say no. Like the Korean, don't say no to food. I won't say no to anything you said. All right, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. And then God bless. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.